Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. For anyone new here, my name is Uba Abraham, not a financial advisor, just a regular guy who's obsessed with personal finance and figuring out how to make money work for us and not against us. And in today's video, I'm excited to share something that could completely change and transform your financial future. You know that feeling when you check your bank account at the end of the month or right after your paycheck drops and you wonder, where did all my money go? Well, trust me, we've all been there. But what if I told you that there are proven budgeting methods that could not only help you track your spending more efficiently, but actually make savings feel more effortless? Today, we are diving deep into 5 budgeting methods that actually work in the real world. No complicated spreadsheets, no unrealistic restrictions, just practical proving strategies that you could start using today. And the best part about this is by the end of this video, you would know exactly which method is perfect for your lifestyle and your spending habits. Before we jump in, let me share something that might actually surprise you. According to a recent survey by Bankrate, about 56% of Americans can't cover a $1,000 emergency expense from their savings. Now that's more than half of us living on the financial edge. But here's the good news. Implementing any one of these methods I'm about to share with you could help increase your savings by an average of 35% in just 3 months. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Uber, I've tried budgeting before and it just doesn't work out for me. Bro, I hear you. The problem isn't necessarily you. It's probably that you just haven't found the right method that works for your lifestyle. Think of the different methods like shoes. One size definitely doesn't fit all. And what works perfectly for your friend or for someone else might feel completely, too tight or too loose for you. So right off the bat, we're going to start with the 50-30-20 method. This is ideal for anyone who's new to budgeting. And of course, if your income meets the percentage threshold, and I'll explain. The concept is beautifully simple. 50% of your income goes to your needs, 30% goes to your wants, and 20% goes to your savings, investments, and debts repayments, if you have any. Now, of course, what I love about this method is its flexibility. You can play around with the percentages and you don't have to stick to 50, 30, 20. If you don't have any debts, the full 20% can go towards your stash, your savings. If your needs are less, you could allocate 30% more towards your savings. So 50 towards your needs, 10% to your wants, and 30% for savings and debts. Switch it up to fit your income. You're not tracking, every single penny, but you're still maintaining healthy financial boundaries. Last year, a buddy of mine, Jake, a bartender, side hustler, total impulse spender, tried this, and his income was all over the place. But percentages don't care if you make, 3K or 5K a month. By sticking to those ratios, he stashed 3K in 6 months without tracking every single penny. Pretty crazy. The second method we're going to explore is the envelope system. Yes, I know, cash can feel ancient, but hear me out. There's something powerful about physically handling cash. When you physically see, $200 left in groceries, you would definitely think twice about grabbing that $8 artisanal kombucha. With this method, basically you create envelopes for different spending categories. So you have groceries, you have entertainment, you have transportation, etc. And you fill them up with cash at the beginning of the month, or you can reallocate spend every paycheck. When an envelope is empty, that's it. No more spending in that category. This method is particularly effective for visual learners, and definitely for you if you tend to overspend with credit cards. True story. A cousin of mine, Maya, was drowning in credit card debt. She switched to cash envelopes, and boom, 8K paid off in a year. No magic, just code hard reality cash envelopes. If you're going to try it, comment hashtag cash envelopes in the comments down below. The third method is zero-based budgeting. Now, this is for my detail-oriented friends out there. And the principle is quite simple. Your income minus your expenses should equal 0. Essentially, every dollar has a job, whether it's, paying bills, buying groceries, or going into savings. It's like giving your money a GPS. You know exactly where it's going before it even hits your account. This approach is manual and also flexible in the sense that you allocate time. Usually I would allocate last week of the month to calculate my expected income. So that's cash inflow for the next month, and allocate every dollar as an expense. So that will be cash outflow for the next month. Side note, your savings investments are also considered expenses as well. I particularly love this method for detail-oriented individuals, business owners, or anyone with variable expenses. It helps you stay incredibly mindful of your spending while ensuring that every dollar is working hard for you. My personal take on leftovers is to carry it forward as cash inflow for the next month, and not just blindly throw it at investments or the miscellaneous expenses, so as to keep that discipline of, always making sure that every dollar counts. I tried this method specifically last year, and turned out I spent $570 on Uber Eats in September, my birthday month. But that's a huge chunk of money that's now steadily going towards my emergency fund. Have you ever, audited your expenses on a monthly basis and, caught yourself wasting or spending money on something silly like that? Well, comment down below, and we definitely will not judge. Now, the fourth method is what we will call the pay yourself first method. This is perfect for busy professionals who don't have time and also make enough money to not track every expense. The concept is quite straightforward, but also requires a little math with the percentages. Basically, as soon as you get paid, or as soon as you get a deposit, you move a predetermined amount to your savings, investments, or debts, if you have any. And once that deposit hits, if it's stashing 20% or 30%, whatever percentage commensurates with your income or is suitable to your income, you basically treat savings like the first bill you have to pay, and whatever is left is your spending money. Spending as in everything else, so like groceries, rent, everything else is your spending money. This method works beautifully because it removes the temptation to spend money that should be saved and invested. It's like putting your vegetables on your plate before then adding the mac and cheese. Of course, you have to eat the fucking vegetable, but essentially you're prioritizing what's important first. Think you can save? Well, what if you automated $50 a week right now? In a year, that's $2,600, enough for an emergency fund or a killer vacation. Which would you pick? Let us know down in the comments below. The fifth and final method is value-based budgeting. This is my personal favorite because it aligns your spending with your values and your life goals. Instead of using traditional categories, you budget based on what matters most to you. If you love traveling, you can create a larger travel fund. If you're passionate about, education and learning more, you can allocate more towards your learning budget. This method is incredibly powerful because it transforms budgeting from a restrictive practice into an enabling one. You're not just saving money, you're funding your dreams, you're funding your future. And yes, while I know many of us aren't at this level yet, eventually many of us will get there. Hence why I included it as one of the top 5 budgeting methods that you need to know about and experiment with. Now, you might be wondering, which method is right for you? Well, here's what I've found. If you're new to budgeting, then you can start with the flexible 50-30-20 method, making sure that the percentages you use align with your income. If you struggle with overspending and want to take things up a notch and are also comfortable with carrying cash, you can definitely try the envelope system. Thirdly, for my detailed-oriented friends out there, zero-based budgeting might be your sweet spot. Busy professionals would thrive really well with the pay-yourself approach. And finally, if you want your budget to truly reflect your life goals, then give value-based budgeting a shot. Remember, the best budgeting method is the one you would actually stick and commit to. So don't be scared to modify these methods or combine elements from different approaches to create something that works perfectly for you. The goal isn't to restrict your life, but to enable you and give you the freedom to live life on your own terms. You might have some months where things don't go as planned, and that's totally fine. Emergencies happen. What matters most is that you have a plan and you are actioning on it to improve your financial health. If you loved this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more practical personal money management videos. If you're going to try any one of the methods that we mentioned, please head down to the comment section and let us know which one you're going to use. And if you're going to use different variations or combinations, let us know as well. See you guys in the next one. Bye.